Good morning.
Morning.
Let's begin part one.
Mm-hmm.
First question, can you fix things?
I haven't tried fixing things, whether that would be like tools, but I guess some parts I can fix things. Yep.
Okay, question two, did anybody teach you to fix things when you were a child?
Yes, my parents have told me to when a chair wasn't working in particular way, they just told me to use certain tools, just taking some things out of the toolbox and just told me to fix certain things.
Question three, do you think it is necessary for people to learn to fix things?
Absolutely, because it's in minor inconveniences can happen in any moment. So I think it's important that people learn how to fix certain things on a certain level.
And question four, what do you do when a thing is broken and cannot be fixed?
If the thing is cannot be fixed, I guess I call the the company of the product and then tell them what to do, or ask them if I could ask for maintenance.
Okay. We'll begin part two.
Mm-hmm.
And for part two, you'll have 1 minute to prepare what you'd like to say and 2 minutes to speak.
Okay.
The topic is useful invention.
Mm-hmm.
Describe an invention that is useful in your daily life.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes. One of the inventions that I like to often use is a cooking gadget for avocados. And what it can do is it looks like a round blade, like a plastic blade that kind of cuts through the avocado and then makes the peeling easier, and especially for the seed, the pit part. And it was pretty popular. It was viral on all platforms or social media, and it's pretty much straightforward because you just cut through the avocado and then take the pit out, and it's pretty easy to use. And the reason it is useful is that it takes it reduces the time of peeling the avocados, and so it's easier for people to just access it right away. Yeah, I think that's it for now.
Okay, thank you. But let's move on to part three. What qualities do inventors have?
I think inventors need to have a lot of creative thinking, obviously, because in order to invent things, and then they need to approach things, problem solving strategies in a creative way. So I think thinking of things in a different perspective, different lens is important.
Do you think only scientists can invent new things?
Not necessarily. It can be anyone, or maybe whether that would be a homemaker, like a stay-at-home mom, for example, that can create certain kitchen tools.
What inventions do you think should be improved?
I guess in terms of I think maybe the financial cost and the accessibility from that perspective, it can be improved. And yes, that's it.
Are there any other inventions that make the world better?
I think in terms of, for example, education, there are certain online applications that make education like more widely accessible, and for people of all ages can like learn things in like a new creative way, like Duolingo or other like language related apps. So I think, yeah, that's one of the easiest example that I could think of.
Do all inventions bring benefits to our world?
Most of the time it's mostly positive, but sometimes it can be not fully effective, and it can be sometimes negative.
Who should support or sponsor inventors, governments or private companies?
I think both. From the government side, they can foster regulations or new laws related to scientific inventions, and private companies can sponsor or become catalysts in promoting scientific inventions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm ready to give feedback. So I'll start with the band score. I'll give you a 5. In terms of part 1, fixing things, you were very clear and concise with explaining how you were able to fix something and who taught you how to fix, your mom and your dad. You paused a bit though during speaking,
right,
in part 1. And just one comment throughout your whole speaking is using
right.
So
try to use less of the word, but it was hard, I guess.
Actually, trying to eliminate would be best.
Yeah. Like
it's
completely eliminate, right?
Using shows the listener that you're not too sure what you plan to say. However, if you pause for a bit and then understand what you would like to say, that is actually better in terms of providing a clear answer. So just note that.
Okay.
And part 2. So part 2, you mentioned the cooking gadget. The word gadget is not used very often, actually.
Okay.
So,
like a tool? Should I just?
Cooking product actually would be better.
Okay.
In terms of gadgets, those are usually more technical devices. So some type of cooking product.
Okay.
And your descriptive detail, so vocabulary there for part 2, are very good. And how you explained why it's useful and how you use it. In terms of part 3, though, it seems you did not understand some of the questions. So starting with question 2. So question 2, do you think only scientists can invent new things? You said, well, yes, you agree and you don't agree. And you mentioned homemaker. And question 3, what inventions do you think should be improved? You provided no specific example of an invention. For example, phone or car or even pen. So certain example would have helped. But for question 4, you mentioned online applications. I assume you mean online application, like apps?
Yes, apps.
So learning applications
Learning
then.
applications.
Okay. Then in terms of like giving a title, learning application would be best. Question 6 though at the end. So who should support inventors, governments, or private companies? So I did like your answers. You mentioned creating new laws. So those were actually good specific details. But the main thing to try to avoid is using in your speaking. Thank you for coming and great job.
Thank you.